A St. Paul man has filed a $55 million lawsuit against Ramsey County, alleging a former sheriff's deputy planted the DNA evidence that put him behind bars. After serving more than 3 years in prison, he was fully exonerated. And as Fox 9's Mary McGuire explains, this isn't the first time this deputy has been accused of misconduct.
No, it's something that you can't get used to, but you end up getting used to it.
For 3 years, 3 months, and 19 days, Ben Hill sat behind bars for a crime he knew he didn't commit.
I told everyone the same thing. I said, watch, you're going to see it on the news someday. You're going to see that I didn't do this.
He was found guilty and sent to prison in 2013 for illegally possessing a firearm after his DNA was found on 2 guns, even though 2 witnesses testified they weren't his. Because Hill had a criminal record, he couldn't legally have a gun at the time. After spending more than 1,200 days in jail, maintaining his innocence the entire time, a Ramsey County district judge found the DNA on those guns was planted, the only evidence used to convict Hill in the first place. His appeal was granted, and he was fully exonerated in 2018.
He had no shot after the DNA was discovered on the firearms. The DNA statistics might be infallible, but how the DNA got where it got is where the weak link is.
An independent investigation later found then Sheriff's Office investigator Thomas Rudenick had Hill's DNA swab and the guns for 4 days without turning them into evidence.
He had the DNA on the buccal swabs and the firearms together for 4 days. He had it all at the same time so that he could tamper with it.
At a post-conviction hearing, Rudenick even admitted that he kept evidence as he pleased and didn't bother to keep accurate chain of custody logs.
Deputy Rudenick intentionally circumvented the paperwork protocols that are intended to prevent this type of abuse.
Hill is now suing Rudenick, Ramsey County, and 9 other deputies in federal court.
I'd like to get my life back to how I was on track to be and before all this happened, and I want to be successful in life. I want to have my family back together.
This isn't the first time Rudenick has been accused of misconduct. In 2015, he pled guilty to theft charges after an investigation revealed he stole evidence from cases, sold it to pawn shops, and pocketed the cash. He retired from the department that same year, and Hill's attorneys think that retirement may have been the motivation for planting evidence in Hill's case.
According to him, he was trying to retire, and they wouldn't let him because he had too many open cases.
Fox 9 reached out to Ramsey County Sheriff Bob Fletcher, who would not comment on the litigation because he wasn't in office at the time of the alleged incident. Reporting in St. Paul, Mary McGuire, Fox 9.
And